Hey everyone, it's Sean here from GoPart.com. We're here today working on a 1995 Nissan Altima. We're going to be showing you how to replace the interior door handle. It's a fairly easy installation. Takes just a few minutes. Tools we're going to need is we're going to need a flat blade screwdriver, phillips screwdriver, and the bolt that secures the assembly to the door frame is a 10mm bolt. So we're going to recommend a 10mm socket ratchet with a small extension. It does have a Phillips head on it as well, so you can get by if you don't have a socket and ratchet set. Phillips screwdriver will also do it. Fairly easy installation. These plastic handles tend to break fairly easily, so we'll walk you through it and show you how to get the repair done. Okay, so to remove the door panel, what you got to do is there's a small little screw cover inside the pull cup, and use a little flat blade screwdriver to pry and remove that. And there is a Phillips screw in there. Okay, staying with the flat blade screwdriver, we want to go ahead and pry and remove our interior door handle bezel. There's a little space just below the handle to kind of grab onto it. You'll be careful not to scratch it. Okay. Try and remove that, and of course there's a Phillips screw behind there, but that's not for the door panel. Okay, so with that bezel removed, we're going to pry and remove. There's a small, like a push pin, sort of a retaining pin, and pry and remove that. Okay, now you're going to have some Phillips screws. You're going to have 3 along the bottom here that we're going to have to loosen and remove. Okay, so loosen and remove the Phillips screw inside the pull cup here. But you can slide the pull cup up, and the screw will come out with it. So we got that off. Then we'll loosen and remove the 3 screws that line the bottom of the panel. So now that we got that separated, you want to lift it, and then on the back, you're going to want to disconnect the wiring harness, which I'll show you in a second, from the back side of from the underside of the power window switch here. See if I can get you a good shot of it. Let me just get you first, it's going to be easier. Sometimes it can be on there pretty good. That's what keeps your window switch working. What I'm actually going to do is there's some screws that hold the power window switch here in place. Let's see if I can't pop that out of there. Alright, finally we were able to get it off. What I was missing was there's a little tab on the back here, so you really want to depress that tab while you squeeze those, and off comes the power window switch. Now our panel is free from the vehicle here. You can see you got, excuse me, your retaining tabs, these little clips. Anytime you lose one of them from the door, you just want to pull it out of the door, put it right back in. We'll need that for reattaching it. So to replace the interior door handle, we're going to use our Phillips screwdriver. Looks also probably like it would probably fit a 10mm socket as well. We've already got the Phillips screwdriver out. We're going to loosen and remove the mounting bolt. Then we're going to slide and remove the assembly. Slide it back, and that allows you to get it away from the door frame there. Now there are two locking rods here that attach to the back of the handle. I wish I could get you a good shot of it, but I probably can't. There are small little clips on the back that secure those locking rods to the back of the handle. You want to lift the rods up off of that clip, and then that'll disengage the rods, or lift the clip up off the rod, and that'll free up our handle for us to remove it. I actually misspoke there. The rods actually just slide in, so what you can do is whenever you get it disengaged, you want to go ahead and lift the handle up. You can see the rods here have these little nubs, and what those do is they fit right into these little slots. Let me see if I'm getting you a good shot of that here. I got some camera focus issues. Okay, there we go. You can see the little slots that are here, and those locking rods drop right down inside those. So now with our handle free, we can go ahead and replace it. The part you get from GoPart.com will be exactly the same. It'll fit just like this. What you go ahead and do is we'll snap the locking rods back into place. It can be a little difficult because the rods are closely attached to the door. If you want to, you can take them off the door. I'm trying to do it without it, just to make it as easy as possible. First rod in. Second rod's in place. I'll go ahead and double check it, make sure everything works there. We're in good shape there. And you're going to put the nubs on the back of the handle into the door frame, slide it forward to snap it into place. And whenever you move your handle, you should see those two rods moving. So ours is working just fine. Now we'll go ahead and carefully put the water shield back on. We don't want to tear it. Alright. We'll reattach the water shield, and then from there we'll reattach the door panel, and we're all set. Okay, now that we're ready to put the door panel back on, what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and reattach the speaker here. That was held on by the 4 10mm bolts, so we'll reattach those. Now that we have the speaker reattached, it's time to go ahead and reattach the water shield. You want to feed the wiring harness through it. Usually the adhesive that's on it will work good enough. And then we'll move to reattaching the door panel. So we want to reattach our mounting bracket. You want to get your water shield lined up. You don't really want to have to make new holes for it. If you do, it's not that big of a deal, but these water shields you want to try and keep intact as much as possible. Now we'll go ahead and put the panel back in place. So go ahead and feed the wiring harness through. And we're going to sit the panel up and over the lip on top of the door frame. Took me a little bit to get it over the lip. There's a small lip on the back of the panel like you saw. You got to kind of get it over, and it can be a little bit tricky to kind of negotiate the brace in there, but once you have it in place, we can go ahead and start reattaching everything. We have our little mounting pin, goes in right there. Our door pull cup. We're going to tighten the Phillips screw inside there. Put the screw cover back there. Reattach our bezel for the interior door handle. Snaps right into place. We have our 3 Phillips screws along the bottom. First, we'll go ahead and get our power window switch back in place here. We'll go ahead and reconnect the power window switch, snap that into place, tighten the Phillips screws, and we're all set.